I'm a saleswoman. Of course, they don't think I know what an engine is. So we're looking here at a V8 with VTEC. I'm a car saleswoman. Of course, everyone thinks I'm the receptionist. I'm a car saleswoman. Of course, I get excited whenever the wives come in. Hey.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back to the channel. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about 96-month car loans, guys. 96 months. People are so desperate to buy these new cars. They're so expensive. People got to stretch their loans out super far. I ain't going to do too much talking. Let's get right to it. Let's go.
Stretching the length of the loan as long as they can to afford new car prices reaching a record $50,000 on average. The typical new car payment topping $750 this year, with loans typically stretching 84 months and even longer.
Cars are costing more. Some of that is tariffs and supply chain issues. Some of that's all the technology that's built into cars now. Like even replacing a side view mirror can be a lot more expensive than it used to be because of all the lane assist technology and the cameras.
Of course, stretching out these loans adds thousands of dollars of interest to the ultimate cost of the car. And for some drivers who want to trade in the vehicle before the loan is paid, they could find themselves underwater on the car, meaning they still owe more than it's worth.
Maybe you save $100 or $200 a month, but you end up paying $5,000 or $6,000 or $7,000 more over the life of the loan.
And that goes back to what I was saying in my previous video. People don't want all these super screens, all these different texts they putting in these cars. Now, some of the safety stuff I do agree with. But some of this stuff, guys, is just raising the prices of the cars, and people can't afford it. So people are stretching their loans out to 72 months, 84 months, even 96 months. I think Mercedes even have 120 months.
84-month car loan? God, you really are patriotic. This is the most American thing I've ever seen.
That's crazy.
Why an 84-month car loan?
I want lower payments.
You know that's not how it works. You are paying more in interest over time because you are allowing that balance to sit longer.
Oh, I'm going to refinance it when rates go down.
Bruh.
Okay, if...
That's the main thing that get people right there, especially at the dealership. First thing they're going to tell you is you can refinance in 6 months. But if you don't put any money down, as soon as you go to try to refinance that car, if you got a real high interest rate, it's going to be a loan to value issue. The bank is not going to refinance it because it's not going to be worth it. That's how they get people.
If I can't refinance, then whatever. If I can, awesome.
Whatever. I have an 84-month loan. I'm going to have this this car for 7 years. The loan itself for 7 years. That's a whatever. That's 7 years of my life doesn't matter. I'm going to be 40 and I finally paid off my car.
And?
That's a long time.
That car's going to last me a long time.
You're an American. You are not going to be happy with the car for 7 years.
Well, that's probably true. I mean, I had my last car for like 5 years, and that was a long time for me, but it was like...
There you go. You're answering my...
But listen, it was like starting to like have issues, and I was gone for so long, and it was parked. I'm like, you're breaking down when you're parked?
You are going to find this being breaking down in 7 years.
I don't know.
Yo, 39,000 is worth 31,000.
That's crazy. She just don't get it. Cars depreciate as soon as you roll off the lot. Talking about she's gonna refinance. That refinance line gets a lot of people. I used to be one of them people. Guys like, all right, yeah, I just refinanced it in about three to 6 months, bro. It never works out. If you can't afford it right then and there when you're buying the car, whatever the payment is, don't do it. Now, don't get me wrong. If you pay on it right and pay it down, then maybe you can refinance.
This is a good deal. Look at the numbers above. Look at the price. Look at the term. Look at the interest rate. Do you guys think this is a good deal right here?
That's crazy.
Now, if it was me, I don't know. I think I might pull the trigger. This is no regular degular BMW. Now, for some people, they wouldn't pay this kind of money.
Yeah,
obviously, yes, it's a mortgage payment.
That's crazy.
But some people can afford it. Some people can't. And the people that can are usually the ones saying, can I get a discount? Can it be $5 less? Can it be $10 less? The people who got the money, don't ask that. They just pay the price. Don't lower your standards for those low status customers. They're not even clients yet, they're just customers.
That's crazy. That's a typical car salesman jargon right there. That's $2,000 a month for a BMW. As soon as you drive it off the lot, it ain't worth crap. Yeah, he right. Some people can't afford it. Sometimes it's not about affording it. It's about you're paying $2,000 a month. And, you know, like I say, different strokes for different folks. Me, I ain't doing it.
We just sold a 2024 Ford F-150, has 13,000 miles on it. He traded in a 2020 Ford F-150.
Wow.
He had about 180,000 miles, so he does a lot of driving because he does construction. He has his own company. He had pretty challenged credit, probably like in the low 500s.
Wow.
We were still able to get him done with $3,500 down. His payment was $996 a month. That's paying off his existing loan, which he owed about $9,000 on it. Transmission's completely cooked on that truck he's trading in. It was valued at $3,000. It would have been worth like $7,000 if it didn't have any mechanical issues, but due to that, we had to obviously bring the value down on it. But even then, we're still able to get him done, get it traded in and everything.
That always amazes me. People know they got challenged credit and they still trade in cars. So I know his interest rate was super high. 500 credit score, and he trading in the cars. Payment's gonna be over $1,000 a month. You gotta think about insurance as well. That's just crazy. I always suggest to fix your credit first. And he's a business owner. And that's the crazy. They say a lot of people that own their own businesses have bad credit or challenged credit. And I think it's probably because they max out their credit cards and stuff. It's not that they don't pay their bills. I think their utilization is probably super high on their credit cards. Especially if you're using business credit, you know, your credit will fluctuate. So I think that's what it is a lot of the time. But it's like, just pay down your credit card, get your credit score back up, and then buy a new work truck.
Cat Durango, 96 months, lowest rate possible.
It's an outrageous amount of time, but got approved. He can do whatever he wants.
He's shopping for a Hellcat. Thankfully, they don't depreciate.
This gentleman owes $43,452 on his car. We valued it at $30,500. We over allowed, but we didn't do any discounts. $25,000 down, 96 months at 6.34%. Payments $965 with the gap. That was an easy deal. Real quick, did he tell you how he was going to pay the $25,000?
That could be a wire. He's a cash heavy guy. I just got to tell him what we're doing.
And just not a credit card.
Not a credit card.
Tell him he's approved. Allow finance to go over the payments with him.
Gotcha, sir. Thank you.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Let's make a deal happen.
96 months, guys. That's 7%. That's outrageous. I know Hellcats, they tend to hold their value better than the lower trims, but 96 months, that's because those cars are so expensive. The more expensive the car gets, the longer people are stretching out their loan terms. And I just don't recommend you doing it because you're going to pay more for it at the end. But most people are not keeping their cars the length of the loan. So they don't care. They just want the cheaper payments. Leave your comments what y'all think about that.
Bought a car at the peak of the car market 2 years ago. It was a 2015 Mercedes E400 coupe. It was beautiful. Granted, it had less than 50,000 miles. Gorgeous. And sticker price, they wanted less than $20,000 for it. It was like $19,700. And out the door, after all their bullshit, they wanted me to be at almost $26,000 fucking dollars. So boom, with an almost 11% interest rate.
Wow.
After 2 hours of fucking haggling with them, I got them down to 23.8, whatever the fuck it was. And it was like, that was the greatest gift from God they could have done for me. And I also did 6-year financing, which everybody knows you don't fucking do that. And even at that, I could still barely afford it. I was buying a $24,000 car, and I was barely making $20,000 a year.
Wow. You live and you learn. You know what I'm saying? She's young, so she have time to recover. It's a lot of old heads that's making these mistakes, and it's taking them out. I mean, they're going under for these cars. So, again, you got to do your due diligence, man. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. It's okay to drive a Honda or a Toyota for a while until you get your money right. Who don't want a Mercedes, a BMW, a Range Rover, all these high-end cars? Who don't want those? But you got to have your money right.
You lease a car, listen up, because I need your help. I have a Jeep I'm leasing. It's due June 6th. I already paid my payments. It's done. Technically, they charged me twice for one of my monthly payments. Besides the point. They're now telling me that in my contract, it says after my lease is up, the bank takes my car, brings it to auction, and if the auction doesn't sell the car for what they value the car to be, I owe that money. Example, this is what they told me. If the bank values the car at $35,000 and we bring it to auction, once I'm done with my contract with my lease, and they only sell it for $30,000, you owe that $5,000 because the bank can't lose out on money. What are we talking about? I've never heard that in my life. I've had multiple cars. I've used multiple banks before. First of all, they assigned me this bank. I didn't pick this bank. I'm confused as to how I could still be charged a fee when my contract is done. I made my 36 payments. You actually took 37. I understand I went over in miles. I pay that. The fees for wear and tear, I'll pay that. The fee, because I'm not staying with Jeep, no problem. But now, in 30 to 60 days, they're going to sell it in the auction, and then I owe more money if they don't get that at auction. Am I bugging? Has anyone ever dealt with this? Because there's no way, no chance in hell that I'm paying any more money.
I thought when you lease a car, the residual is determined at the beginning of the lease. You feel what I'm saying? Leave in the comments, guys, if I'm wrong. I know you guys have leased cars before. I've never leased a car before. I've thought about it, but I've never done it yet. But I keep hearing all these horror stories about leasing cars, you know. So that's crazy. She's saying she's going to still owe money even though she made all her payments. That's crazy. That's why you got to read your paperwork, man. They probably snuck something in there on Stellantis, Jeep, you know, those guys, man. That's why I told you, that's a shady, shady company right there, bro. They definitely trying to get over on her.
$46,000. I finally met the negative equity final boss. I just did a trade appraisal on a 2025 Ram 1500, and that's how upside down this guy was on the truck wanting to trade it in.
That's crazy.
I can't even wrap my head around it. It's kind of crazy what this car market's done, and also people's buying and trading decisions not helping either. But absolutely insane. That's by far the most negative equity I've ever seen on a vehicle.
Absolutely. Man, if I go somewhere and they tell me my truck is upside down that much, I'm running out of that joint.
Why are you running? Why are you?
They'll never see me again. That's outrageous. I hope they got gap insurance. That's probably the only way out of that tragedy.
One of my lenders called me today and they said, hey, John, we want to let you know we're now offering 96-month financing. Our average build is over $100,000. And they said, we want to make affordability easier for your customers. So we have a $100,000 truck, 60 months, 72 months, 84 months, and 96 months. This is going to be our average interest rate. So let's break down what our payment is and what this thing is actually going to cost you. So for 5 years, we will pay $1,933, a total of $16,000 in interest. So this truck's going to cost you $116K. If we want to finance it for 6 years, we have $1,680 a month for a total of $21,000 in interest for a total of $121,000. So at this point, we're already paying 20% over the total cost of the truck up front by the time we pay off that very last payment. Now we're about to see some crazy numbers. Customer says, John, I need a cheaper payment. Can we go out further than 6 years? Hey, yes, sir, we sure can. Let's look at what we're talking about here. So we can go out another year. It's going to save us a little over $100 a month. So we're looking at $1,509. Total interest, bam, this one jumped up, $26,778 for a total truck price of $126,778. Now this newest one, I've yet to sell one at 96, but I had some people start asking. Boy, I'm going to hate to trade for this thing in a few years. They're going to be buried. So for 8-year financing, let's just say it's at 8.5%. We have a payment of $1,439. Total interest, $38,164. Interest alone would buy a pretty nice used car for a total purchase price of $138,000. For that new Super D rigged up, ready to roll with 8-year financing with best credit, I'd say 8.5%. $38,000 in interest. That is just crazy.
Leave your comments, guys. What do y'all think about 96-month loans, 72 months, 84 months? Well, the price of cars nowadays, guys, some people don't have a choice. I hope we learned something from this video. You're going to pay more if you stretch the term out. Yes, you'll get a lower payment. It's best to do your due diligence, man. Go through your credit union and see if you can get a better rate than the dealerships, because a lot of times the credit union can beat the dealership. If you're new to the channel, man, hit the like button, subscribe, and if you're out looking for a car, get my checklist. The link is in the description. It's going to help you save thousands of dollars. It'll tell you what questions to ask, what to look for if you're buying a new or used car. Appreciate y'all watching. I'll see y'all on the next. Peace.